Here's the way they're running at Martinsville. Nemechek bound, Irvin, Green, and Leslie. And Joe Nemechek's had a devil of a time trying to get past Pete Silva. He tries again there at turn number 3. Last time, Silva almost became the dumpy coming out of turn number 4. Nemechek got into him. And here's the battle back for 4th spot as Tracy Leslie gets underneath Ernie Irvin and Todd Bodine in 34. Coming on fast.
Boy, did you see Todd Bodine jump the curbing right there? He wanted to get up there and go with a 72 car when he made the pass, but he got the left front hung on that curbing. Car jumped up in the air. He's wanting to follow the 72 by when he comes up on Irvin right here.
So Tracy Leslie takes 4th. Let's go down to the pits. Here's Glenn Jarrett.
Well, Mike Shawnee Robinson had a real good qualifying effort, was running good on the racetrack, but you're out of the race now. What happened?
Well, we burned a piston on the Polaroid car today. Made it a real short day. We had a good qualifying run here, so hated to see it happen.
Well, are you okay from your injuries at Charlotte? I know you banged your leg up pretty bad.
Yeah, definitely was very sore for a long time, but the leg feels a lot better. It hurt my knee quite a bit, but I feel pretty good. It felt good to be back in the Polaroid car again.
Okay, better luck next time. Also, Johnny Rumley's car, the 00 car, did have a brake problem. He has no brakes. They're working trying to get that car back in the race.
Those are the only cars out of the race at 69 laps. Leslie working race traffic, getting under Tim Speedway, and now you see that Todd Bodine has fiddle-paddled his way up onto the leaderboard. He's 5th.
Yeah, even the leaders run this fast. Still got 17 cars on the lead lap, Mike. But Nemechek, one thing that's making that happen is Nemechek's having to fight everybody so hard. Every time he comes to a car on this racetrack, he's having to work so hard to get around them. Still got 17 cars on the lead lap.
In the last 4 races, though, Nemechek has started in the top 5, had a couple poles, led the most laps of anybody in that stretch, but doesn't have a top 10 finish.
Now, let me tell you, to be able to qualify well, to be able to run up front, you have to abuse the cars a lot. You have to turn the motors a good bit. And these things are pretty dependable, but they're still little time bombs. And if you run up front, you always flirt with not finishing the race. And that's what happened to some of these guys.
Todd Bodine in 34, running in 5th, looking for 4th. Now Steve Grissom pulling up on the back bumper of Mike Wallace. Grissom started 30th as they moved past Richard Lassiter.
I tell you what, Mike Wallace has got the right sponsor, FDP brakes. You need some brakes when you come to this place, so he's got the right people backing him.
This is the place. And just ahead of them, Jimmy Hensley has had a lot of success on this racetrack. Driving the Busch country, over 75 today.
Got one car going down the back straightaway, pulled in pits. Lassiter, he was going around the inside really slow. I'm sure he's lost the brakes.
The high-point betting car. As you ride with Steve Grissom, he's a point-standing leader in the Busch Series. Actually, he's not all that far from going a lap down.
You're right, Mike. He's not even a full corner away from him. Right now, they're both on the same. Right now, Nemechek is halfway down the back straightaway, so Grissom has got a half a straightaway before he's got to contend with going a lap down.
Let's show you Steve Grissom, the blue car, 31. You see behind him, there's Jeff Burton in number 8. There's Tom Peck in 19 and Hut Strickland in 28. And if we can look just a little further back, won't be long before the leader, Joe Nemechek, comes into view. There's that pack of traffic racing along, and there's Nemechek.
Red and white car coming on. I tell you, he's coming in a hurry now. He got around that lap traffic. See this gap? Now what Grissom's got to worry about, the next group of traffic is going to be Grissom.
Yes.
So Nemechek's got a good run at him now. And to play out the other side of that on this points battle, the 44 car of Green is not, but he's in 3rd place, and he's not, but, you know, a half a straightaway behind him. So he's safe on that lapping situation. Grissom's the one that's got to go now.
Well, when you start 30th, you got a lot of traffic to work. And as you said right near the top of the show, it's going to be a tough job to move up and keep from getting lapped. Rodney Combs, the number 1 car, started in 6th. He drifted back a bit. Mike Wallace, Jimmy Hensley to the outside there, and Grissom.
If you try to come from the rear of this place to the front in a hurry, you need, just like Charlotte, a halftime break, a good body man, and a new set of brakes. Because you won't have much left. You've got to really take your time working up through there, and he doesn't have that luxury. But Nemechek coming the way he is.
And here's Joe on the bottom underneath Jeff Burton to put the second of the Burton brothers a lap down. He's already got Ward a lap down.
Nemechek looked at, Grissom probably looked at his mirror and said, hold him up, guys. Let let me get out of here.
Well,
that big traffic jam again.
Now they move to the outside on Rodney Combs and on Joe Bessie, Auto Palace AC Delco, number 97.
When you're a driver leading the race and that guy's using a pullover flag, you wish it had about a 15-foot pole on it where they could slap the driver when he goes by this leg. Make sure he saw that pullover flag. Whoa, turn 3 right there.
Oh.
Saw Tommy Ellis go in. It's not, excuse me, not Tommy Houston's car.
It's
coming up turn 4.
Yeah, it smacked the wall hard. No brakes. And has come to rest there on the right side of your screen. Tommy Houston took a hard shot into the wall. You can see how much that right rear end sticks out from the sheet metal, which used to cover the tire before that hit. We'll be back to Martinsville Speedway as we're under the first caution of the day. We're under caution here at Martinsville, Virginia. Hermie Sadler, Ronald Cooper, Bobby Daughter, and Jeff Burton have made pit stops. We told you how tough this track is on brakes. Tommy Houston went into turn 3, said something happened to the right front brake. The pedal went all the way to the floor, and if you'll watch the very top of your screen, we'll show you what happened.
Look how straight he's going, Mike. I saw him when he entered the 3rd turn. The car never slowed down, and he actually cut that corner across. And I mean, he went straight. Watch the car right now. The right front's gone, and he's headed right down that inside concrete wall. And when he hit there, we saw the right front blaze up. So I would think it's brake fluid. Must have blew the O-rings or something out of the brake calipers. But I'm telling you, when I saw him hit it, I knew he was going to wrap that wall pretty good.
And he did. First caution of the day. Still on fire. Could be an oil fire or a fuel line fire or something there underneath the hood of Houston's car.
I tell you what, well, I think what's happened is it might be a fuel fire. We see the guy keep putting a little bit extinguisher to it, a little bit more, probably leaking the fuel from the fuel cell, probably broke the line going off into the fuel pump. And they're just going to have to keep working with it to get it out.
And a good reason why these cars don't have electric fuel pumps.
Yep.
85 laps are complete. You're riding with Hermie Sadler. Let's show you the top 10 as we go to break. We'll be right back. Back live with you at Martinsville, Virginia. Mike Joy with Neil Bonnet and Glenn Jarrett bringing you live coverage of the Advance Auto Parts 500. The caution flag was a break for Jeff Burton. It allowed him to stay on the lead lap. Nemechek is your leader. Chuck Bound, David Green, Tracy Leslie, Todd Bodine in 5th. Ernie Irvin in the 6th position as Steve Grissom comes to pit road. 7th, Dennis Setzer. 8th, Terry Labonte. 9th, Ricky Craven. And 10th is Mike Wallace.
Now watch this pit stop. A lot of times, excuse me, when they pit, you see them use air wrenches all the time. They're just changing the air pressure. The guy's got an air gauge in his hand. And what the reason they just give you 1 tire per position all day. So you can change 4 tires during the course of this race. 300 laps. You can't start changing those things so you get at least 150 or you're not going to make the last half. So what we're seeing, all these leaders, and not necessarily the leaders, but Grissom and everybody battling away, they're coming in just changing pressure, changing the chassis setup. They can't afford to change the tires this early.
So 8 tires is all you get for the race. The ones you start on, and 1 set of 4, 1 for each position.
That's a good call by NASCAR, too. I'm telling you, that cost that's involved in coming in here and running and just putting endless amounts of tires. You know, in the Winston Cup stuff, at times these guys on a short track, the team owners are looking at $15,000, $18,000, $20,000 tire bills. This Busch Series cannot support that. I don't see how they can financially afford to be able to run that amount of tires. So now they've got this limit, and it's a good program for them.
You saw Hut Strickland come off pit road, and the number 28 Mack Tool Sport. And there's your race leader. Joe Nemechek has led every lap. Has yet to visit victory lane this year.
I just got a feeling we won't see him come and do very much of anything as good as he's running. He'll stay out there and try to get that halfway thing behind him and then go the rest of the way on another set of tires. Boy, Houston's car, let me tell you, people, that thing hits so square. The car doesn't look like a lot of them you see with the nose caved in or the back bumper dragging the ground, but it hit square on that right side. And I mean, he took a lick going in that corner.
Just pancaked it.
Even though this is a half-mile racetrack, people say, well, it's not one of the big super speedways, you can't get hurt. You know, there's been a lot of people. We've had some fatalities here. You wear it back down these long straightaways, the speed that's involved, and you hit that wall, you take a tremendous blow.
Now, the cars that are on the lead lap, you see, will start on the inside as we get ready to go back to greens. Cars on that outside lane are a lap down or more. And Pete Silva will try to get a lap back from Joe Nemechek. Silva in the Kroger Chevy.
I'll tell you what, Mike, he raced Joe as tough as anybody did trying to get that lap before.
Joe wasn't going to let that happen again.
He said, I remember this guy. He ran me pretty hard, so jumped on that start. Oh, look here. Here's the problem. Look at everybody go out. That's what we're talking about. When you ride around slow, these tires pick up all that trash. You go down in the first corner, you're not riding on rubber, you're riding on junk, and it just doesn't want to turn for a while.
Those tires are hot and sticky, and so any debris or any little marbles of rubber, anything that's out on the racetrack gets on them. And you see the result there in Tim Tito's car. Well, now that's Silva up high and Chuck Bound trying to get past him. That gives Nemechek a lot of breathing room.
We've already seen Silva's not the easiest guy to get around, even when you're trying to get a lap on him. Chuck Bound is trying to get up there and get with the leader.
There's David Green in a Slim Jim Chevy inside of Ward Burton.
Burton did lose that lap early, so he's a lap in. He was in that outside lane.
And Tracy Leslie right behind them, along with Todd Bodine and Ernie Irvin. Chuck Bound has gotten past Silva now, so he has clear sailing looking for Joe Nemechek.
You know, we talked about several guys got a reprieve with that caution. Grissom.
Yes.
You know, and also his car wasn't like he wanted, so he took the opportunity to get in there and adjust his car, so we'll see if he can come back.
16 cars are on the lead lap. Exactly half the field. 3 cars out of the race: Johnny Rumley, Shauna Robinson, and now Tommy Houston.
There's Grissom again. He made that stop, made a chassis adjustment with a tire pressure, adjusted on his tires a little bit. Now he's got to come back through there again.
Look at your front 5. Houston was okay, by the way. A little shaken there initially after that hard rap with the wall at turn 4, but Tommy is okay.
He's okay now, but I promise you, when you hit that brake pedal going in that corner, you're not okay, because you know there's going to be a wreck and you're going to be involved. It's going to take a minute to get there.
Now here's Grissom in 31, the channel lock Chevy moving up and under. Now he's right behind Robert Presley. Presley is 15 laps down after coming in for repairs in the Rick Mast 0.
They said they thought it was a valve cover, and it takes quite a while to change it. That's what it was.
Now they're working the outside groove, going around Nathan Butke in 66. And next car up on the inside is Joe Bessie. And going to have company on the inside. Here comes the 28 car. And Grissom has a handful of steering wheel as he goes around Bessie.
Yep. It's Hut Strickland in the 28 was trying to get under him also as they entered that corner, so he was out a lot wider than he wanted to be entering that turn.
And Grissom now finds himself half a lap behind leader Joe Nemechek, almost exactly.
And that's, excuse me, that's about 5 laps after that restart.